Well, took us a while to get back here, and we're finally back. Well, hold on a second, I'm checking the quality. Oh, it's fine. It'll adjust itself. Well, everyone, welcome back to our podcast. This is QTR from Qatartainment. And, of course, there's this other guy.
Aziz the Hobbit.
You don't want to remember him. No one remembers him. No one really cares about Aziz the Hobbit. You're here for QTR. Come on. Admit it. Come on. Well, this has been a very long break, honestly, and we're very glad to be back here on Qatartainment. As you probably remember, we took a very long break from during Ramadan and Eid, and Enigmatic to everyone here who's ever watching us. Say something!
Oh yes, Eid Mubarak, guys. Oh, I didn't think that I had to say something. I thought that was for you only.
You know what? You're right. You don't have to say anything. Actually, you just sit there and... You know, the people say just sit there and look pretty. Yeah, let's not go. That doesn't work with you. Oh boy, why would I even do this?
I've missed this podcast a lot, honestly.
No, trust me, you and me both, man. Honestly, and also we have a special guest with us.
Who's one of the OGs, Hamza.
Hey man, it's already been stated. Just come on, just click the unmute button. Talk.
I'm good.
No. Talk like you mean it. Just say something. Khalas, you're part of the podcast. Just take it in. You don't have to be on the video. Just be on the audio. You're already there as a tech guy on the profile, remember? Come on. Well, I tried my best. Well, anyway. So we've got a very exciting topic coming in today, and honestly, it's been a topic that's probably going around for a while. The multiverse theory in MCU. So, Aziz, what do you think about the multiverse theory? As far as I know, the idea started with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, you mean it didn't start with Loki? Remember when?
Actually, yes, you're right.
With Kang the Conqueror.
Actually, it didn't just there.
It started even before that. Endgame.
No, not Endgame. Endgame was time travel.
Yeah.
And alternative timelines. But then the idea of multiverse, it's different than timelines.
Oh yeah, different than timelines.
Yeah, because timeline involves time travel.
Yeah, the same universe but different
Like think of it this way: you can pick a path, different choices. And then you either go to that path or that path. So either left or right.
Yeah.
All right. But when it came to the multiverse theory, there's a couple of things. Like, for example, we got, when it first started, the idea of multiverse in the MCU, it started with Spider-Man. Actually, if you think about it.
In Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. All right. So you which included the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And
Andrew Garfield as well.
Yeah, and also not to mention the villains.
Oh yeah.
You had Jamie Foxx, who was Electro, Dr. Octopus,
yeah,
Green Goblin,
yeah,
Sandman, the Lizard.
The Lizard, yeah.
All these guys were villains from the previous Spider-Man, who were not part of the MCU banner. Only Tom Holland's Spider-Man was part of the MCU banner. All right, but none of his villains were there because, well, he doesn't have any. He's not good enough to have villains. You know?
Yeah, I mean...
well, he will have villains, you know, the Vulture.
The Vulture, that's true.
Morbius.
And, Morbius.
Morbius will be a villain.
Will be a villain. He will be connected, right?
Yeah, in the end credit scene after the movie Morbius, he met up with the Vulture.
Yeah.
All right, so after the timeline got screwed up again, because someone had high school problems and couldn't get into college. So... Hey man, I'm having problems getting to college, so can you change reality for me, please? Thanks.
No, really, what he wanted, because he was protecting his friends. He didn't
From what? A social media frenzy? Please. People live in the age of fish memories. They're into one thing, and then they're gonna forget about the day next. And instead, you ask a mystical sorcerer to actually change reality for you, so you can go to college.
No, it was really because he wanted...
Don't make it logical. There's nothing logical about a high school kid, and I mean this again, and I'm telling everyone, a high school kid changes reality in Spider-Man No Way Home so he can go to college with his best friends and his girlfriend.
If you ask me, nothing is reality in the whole Marvel thing.
Of course, that's why they call the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
There's
not
nothing logical
not the Marvel Reality Universe.
I mean, there's nothing. If you talk about logic, nothing is logical.
Wow, he sounds like Spock right now.
Who's Spock?
Who's?
No, really, seriously,
These are
I don't know
facts,
who.
like, tell me something that's logical in Marvel.
Hold on. I'm having a brain mag. I'm having a brain
No, really, who's Spock? Is he a fictional character or a real person?
Hold on, I need to.
The Star Trek community will literally kill us right now. You haven't seen Star Trek?
Not one show or movie.
Okay, at least you know of Star Trek. How can you not know about Spock? Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. That you had Lord help me with this one. And Lord help me with this one. Where was I? Yeah, before the logical thing. Yeah, you're right.
Spider-Man, yeah.
All right, so you're right. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, a lot of stuff there doesn't make sense. A purple dinosaur almost destroyed the entire universe. Was I talking about Barney or Thanos? It doesn't matter. They're both the same guy. Oh wait, Cable almost destroyed the Cable almost destroyed the universe with the Infinity Gauntlet. Or was it Thanos again?
In the comics, you mean? Oh yeah, that's a joke. Oh, now I get it. Oh, whoops, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing along, right? I'm acting.
Yeah, right, right. Everyone, dear viewers, do not despair. He is truly that dumb. So, when it came down to it, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it started with No Way Home, which opened the idea of the multiverse. When they first brought in the villains, and in the end, when Doctor Strange was closing it as the multiverse was cracking down.
Yeah.
All right. Then they expanded more upon it when there was multiple Doctor Stranges.
Yeah, and Doctor Strange too.
Yeah. And you've seen that movie, right?
And I have, and we've seen different versions of Wanda as well.
Yes, exactly. When it came down from at least, let's say, WandaVision, and then it progressed into
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, yeah.
And that's how she became the Scarlet Witch, and she officially dubbed the title there. All right. And apparently Agatha is getting a, hey, Ice-T Gaming, what's up?
Yeah, apparently Agatha is getting her own show. I think it's called Agatha and the Coven of
Chaos.
Yeah, Coven of Chaos, right?
Which will be a musical.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's official. Agatha Covenant of Chaos is going to be a musical. Yeah, that's how. All of them, multiverse, and. Man, okay, this emoji is actually covering it. And other nonsense is just money grab, and I hate it.
Yay.
Well, Ice-T, you're entitled to your opinion. And also, they can still hear you. So, at least, just put on the mic. And comment whenever you can. Alright, Ice-T Gaming, we get it. You have your own opinion, and quite frankly, we agree with you. But to be honest, I mean, it is a money-grabbing thing. And, well, what can you do? I mean, Marvel has to make money somehow. You know, the more ideas they come up with, then the more...
the more money they can make.
Oh yeah, boy, and they got a lot of money. And honestly, to be honest, there's another problem here too. It's to do with Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right. The thing is, so if you're part, it's coming down to this. If you're part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Hollywood, you are set. Harrison Ford joined.
Star Wars.
Harrison Ford joined as he's going to become Thunderbolt. Okay, he's saying it's not entertaining anymore. It's just, I think it's just stuff to watch.
Is he talking about the MCU or movies in general?
Yeah, well, I think the MCU in general. But you see, it's the cinematic universe, so it doesn't. He probably thinks that, or I'd say I agree with him that it doesn't just. It's not limited to just the movies. It's also the TV shows.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some stuff that isn't just funny or entertaining anymore. It's just there to connect the dots.
Yeah.
You know? Like, for example, when we saw Loki on the first episode, the Infinity Stones were there, and they were under a desk.
Yeah, but he couldn't use them because apparently in where the TVA are, Infinity Stones don't work.
Exactly. That's the problem. Why make them so godlike when in the end they are they put under a desk table?
Maybe I think it's because where the TVA works, time doesn't exist. They're like outside of space and time.
Exactly.
Which is like Quantumania. Isn't Quantumania the quantum realm is outside of space and time?
That's why Kang was imprisoned there.
Yeah.
By the other Kangs. I'm guessing?
I can't believe it. I thought he was banished there because of like
Time
heroes,
Lords. I thought it was the
Avengers.
Time Lords.
Me too, but it apparently it's his other versions, the other version of Kang, and apparently they have like a group, like a society, which actually reminds me of how in Rick and Morty there's like Council of Ricks. This is kind of like a council.
No. That's a parody of the Council of Wells from The Flash.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, they had this thing called Harrison Wells.
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, when the multiverse theory started in season 2 of
The Flash.
The Flash. What happened? Later on, there was a second Wells, another Wells, another Wells.
Yeah.
All right. So after some time, they started the Council of Wells.
The Council of Wells. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's like a parody on that.
That's a parody on that. Yeah. So I'd say I agree with Ice-T Gaming when he said that it's not entertainment anymore. I mean, at this point, it's just content. You just put in content up for, the people to watch.
Look, I honestly loved in terms of the MCU, I loved Ant-Man. I wouldn't say I loved Ant-Man 3, but I did like the visuals. It was like I liked the visuals. I liked Kang as a character, but what I didn't like was the execution of the events and how Kang it kind of made him he kind of looked silly in a way, right? Like how he died so quickly. Apparently he died. I mean, apparently according to in the end. Remember
to be honest, you're right. We don't know. He was just sucked into
that core thing, whatever.
Yeah,
it's called,
the multiverse driver quantum sphere thing. So apparently, according to Paul Rudd, he just put the word quantum on literally anything. Yeah, because that's what he said in the second movie. He said he just picked literally anything. He said quantum entanglement, quantum something. Quantum this, quantum satellite, quantum walkie-talkie, quantum
everything,
quantum cell phone, quantum mug.
Did you enjoy the movie?
I want to say yes and no to a point, and also there was literally no point of having his daughter as another ant
woman.
Person.
Yeah, another ant person. Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you think there was no point?
It was just overkill. I mean, he could handle. Believe me, she was there just to remind him of the duty he had to do. I love this comment. Quantum shawarma. Put on the comments. I mean, if you want, Are you connected to internet?
Yeah.
You gotta pin that.
Oh yeah. How do I pin that?
If there was an option, I do not know.
Yeah, I can. It's pinned. There. Quantum shawarma. Quantum shawarma. That's gonna be a lovely meal, by the way. Quantum shawarma. I'd like. You know what? I'm hungry right now. Can we have some quantum shawarma?
Yeah, I really want to go. There's this place in Rayon. They sell. I mean, honestly, they sell the best shawarma. It's called Faran Al Rayon. They have the best shawarma.
If you ask me, there's no better shawarma than the Marhaba Istanbuls.
Do they?
They have the best garlic sauce.
Garlic. I can't stand garlic.
Really? I love garlic so
love
much.
It's bad for
Me
me
too.
It's bad for me.
It's
It gets
bad for
me
your
that
breath.
bad heartburn.
Yeah.
And
No, it's bad for everything except your tongue. Your tongue loves it. I
thought Aziz was gonna be my problem today. My God. All right, so let's just see. We didn't. Okay, that's weird. Why isn't the chat showing? The chat is showing, but not on the.
Yeah, it's fine. Chat box. What's with the chat box?
Did you close it?
No, it's over there. I think I know.
You probably hit it. Our fans are commenting. Well, actually, it's only Ice-T Gaming, but still, it's good. I love how I changed the topic from MCU to shawarma.
I mean, going back to the movie,
Alright.
look, I'm glad that we saw Kang and we saw all the other versions of Kang. They've been hinting
So at
at.
least, least it's a big hint of the multiverse.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, and I think somehow there might be connection to the Eternals.
Yeah.
Somehow. You know what I mean?
I think that I'm honestly like I'm curious to find out what Kang meant when he said the war to come. Remember what he told Ant-Man that something big is gonna.
It is gonna be like the whole Secret Wars. I mean, the Avengers, the new Avengers that's gonna come out. It's gonna be like 3 parts as far as I can see. Like there's Secret Invasion, Secret Wars,
and one to tie everything. Yeah.
And I think one of them is a show.
Yeah, I think one of them is a show, right?
Yeah. And also it may have something to do with either this one called Secret Agent, the guy who was the new Captain America, and then nobody liked.
Oh yeah, John Walker. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, for some reason. And what else?
I mean, the Ant-Man 3 had. I've heard some stuff that Ant-Man 3 had the worst CGI out of all the MCU movies, but honestly, it looks really good, right?
No, I doubt that.
It
I mean, it's
really
not
good.
Avatar 2, but
still, it was real close to that. Come
Of
on,
course.
when we saw the quantum realm and the aliens,
Yeah.
I felt like we were. I'm glad that
another Avatar movie at least.
Yeah, I felt like I was in somewhere else, which is what I want from.
It made sense.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, it's not like you can watch Bugs or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like, although there was a lot of funny stuff. It's like your building is alive, yours are dead, and this other thing said this thing, I don't know what it was, that had the ooze, said, "I have holes," and then it made, apparently having holes for him made him powerful somehow. To a point, it was funny. No, there's no denying that.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was funny. Like Paul Rudd's humor was there, which is really good. And in the movie, we saw that he made a book. It's called Look Out for the Little Guy. Remember?
Yeah,
He made a book. It's like an autobiography.
Listen. It's to a point where Paul, let's say Scott Lang's
Is
character
famous.
had to do something besides being Ant-Man.
Yeah, besides being a hero.
Yeah, because being a hero now is apparently not so.
Not so what?
What is it now? I'm trying to think. Being a hero in the world of
Isn't a big deal.
yeah, and post Thanos. Yeah, it's post Thanos, post blip.
Yeah, post blip.
Yeah, post blip. Post second blip.
Oh yeah, because
there were 2 blips.
2 blips. That's
All right,
true.
post second blip. Any progress there, genius? Oh boy, because apparently for some reason the chat's not showing, but no matter. Okay, so the post blip thing, when it happened for the second time, I mean, people were surprised. It's like, to be honest, if you think about it, timeline wise, we all made it to the year 2023, because Endgame was in the year 2023.
Yeah, it was like
4 years.
5 years. You mean 2018 to 20?
Was it 18 or no?
18 because
No. Endgame was in 2019, but
in the beginning.
yeah, in the beginning it was 2019, but the blip lasted for 4 years.
4 years. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
so it's
yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
All right. So so we are now literally in the same time as they.
Oh yeah, I just noticed. Oh my god, I just realized that.
I literally made that theory a few
Yeah.
years ago, and I'm so glad now I can finally make it for real. Because think about it. Now, they were all blipped in the year 2019.
Yeah.
4 years later, after we got the movie Endgame, after post the first blip,
Yeah.
4 years later, so it's 2023. All right. You know what that means? Captain America had to shave his beard. Apparently that made some sense. So 2023 is the year that everybody was together. Tony Stark died. Black Widow died. T'Challa died.
Died. Yeah, and Captain America is also like he's still alive, but he's retired basically.
Yeah, he's a big old hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally tells you that you should move on,
But then he
And
goes.
he does
back.
a 180 at the end of the movie. Goes back to the 40s and
Lives his life with Peggy Carter. Maybe he forgot that he said that. Maybe.
yeah, exactly. He forgot he said that when he saw Peggy Carter, and it's like the moment he saw her, it's like, oh man, I want to go back. Dude, move on.
Like going back to Ant-Man 3, what stuff did you enjoy about the movie and what did you not enjoy? Do you
Well,
think
to be honest, the visuals
Yeah.
and to be honest, I hate the fact that people get interrupted during the monologue.
when did that happen?
Like when Kang was introducing himself, or when he was talking, and then it was like, oh, it was like,
MODOK, yeah, when MODOK interfered.
oh, MODOK, that was a
I mean, I honestly didn't expect MODOK to be Darren.
Yeah.
Did you expect that? I honestly
No,
didn't. I
no,
honestly,
I-
I was surprised.
I didn't even know that Darren was possibly alive.
Yeah, I thought he died. I thought
we all thought he died.
No, I honestly forgot that he was sucked into that quantum realm. I honestly thought that in the end of
Okay, they
Ant-Man
didn't
1,
explain that, at least.
but they hinted at it. They hinted that he shrunk too.
Hardly. But of course, now they made sure that it makes sense
Yeah.
in this movie.
Look, I honestly think that MODOK without Darren's face looks really good. I know it's not. He doesn't look like his comic book counterpart, but still looks good, right?
He was a different character in
In the comics.
yeah.
In the comics, he was working for AIM. But I forgot what his story was in the comics.
Yeah, in the movie, that's the problem here.
They changed
can I
it. They
get a bit more?
changed how
A bit more.
they changed his origin.
Yeah, in the movie, Ames was made by Adrian Kildrich, who was the Mandarin
Yeah, who is
in,
the
in Iron Man 3.
the fake Mandarin? Yeah,
He was actually the real Mandarin, and then he made the fake Mandarin.
but then in Shang-Chi we saw the real Mandarin.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Legend of Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie. And for some weird reason, Wong is apparently a bigger character.
Look, did you think that it was right for the villain of Ant-Man 3 to be Kang? I felt like it was out of place, right?
All right,
Don't you-
apparently, to introduce the idea of multiverse theory, they have to introduce Kang.
Yeah.
But to introduce him as the villain of Ant-Man...
I kind of felt like it was too much for Ant-Man, right? He's kind of like Kang is a cosmic villain, and
well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The cosmic, you see, the quantum realm, as they stated, is a play in the first movie, in the second movie of Ant-Man. All right, Ant-Man and the Wasp. They stated that the quantum realm is a place beyond space and time.
Yeah.
All right, so it makes sense to introduce it as the perfect, let's say, what is it? Prison
Yeah.
for Kang, for someone who cannot be contained by time.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. That's one of the reasons. And as soon as they introduced him as a, pardon me, oh yes, we got mentioned by Hamza. Yay. All right, let me just post this to my story.
Kang, I wonder what his other powers are, because in the movie,
Really? All right, fine. I'll put it. I mean, I'm just asking. All right, sorry. Keep going.
In the movie, I wonder what his other powers are, because I think that we only got like a small bit of his powers. I think
That's the
there's so
thing,
much more that-
because
yeah.
you see, the Kang we saw is not the Kang that we.
that we saw in Loki. You mean?
No, because no, I think it's the same Kang from Loki, but
No, didn't that
Oh, yeah,
one
there were-
died? Remember, Sylvie killed him at the end. with
although at
the-
this point I don't know if we can have the same Kang. Ask me why.
Why?
Domestic issues problems, domestic disturbance problems.
No, I think that Jonathan Major's gonna be back. I think that he's gonna stick around.
His talent agency dropped him.
Look, I think that the charges that have been filed against him, like I think that accusations are fake. I don't think that he did anything wrong.
Regardless of this, I mean, if you don't have the actor, you pretty much have to go through entire recasting. And honestly, it's a bit.
A bit what?
How should I say this? It's very. I honestly don't know. I mean, whether they have him or not, if Jonathan Majors gets back, he gets back. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I mean, there's not exactly a foolproof idea or plan on the casting of the MCU If he comes back, I mean, he comes back. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
But I honestly want him to come back because I think that he suits the role of Kang. I think
Alright,
that
alright,
some
going
actors
back-
just
All right, going back to the topic. All right, going back to the topic, and also we can introduce the idea of multiverse in another movie. Apparently, and that's how it will make sense.
yeah
Deadpool 3.
that's true.
Now, I've done a lot of research and I found a lot of things on the internet and a couple of things that were posted. It said that Hugh Jackman's character, Wolverine, basically, is going to involve time travel.
Yeah.
He's the only one who can withstand time travel somehow.
I mean, he can with any time travel or only time travel that has to do with Kitty Pryde. Remember
The one that was done with Kitty Pryde was specific to him only because the
he
whole
existed back in the past.
Yes.
Because he's
immortal.
Yeah, immortal. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one who can physically withstand that.
Her powers.
No, that kind of travel.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so like it's so far back.
Exactly. So, but when you're talking about an entire time traveling thing, where you have both him and Deadpool, and also by the way, Owen Wilson is possibly going to be in Deadpool 3.
Who?
Owen Wilson,
Oh yeah.
the guy from Loki.
Mobius. Yeah.
He's going to be in Deadpool 3.
Oh yeah. You just reminded me. Remember? Did you see the
I
credit
saw
scene of Ant-Man 3?
I did
That-
with both
that
Loki
got me so
and
excited,
with both
yeah.
Loki and Mobius.
Yeah.
So that means that Loki is going to have a part,
Yeah.
a bigger part in what's coming.
Do you think that the Kang we saw in the end credit scene was the maybe he was the original version? I think that's what I got right when you saw him because they were in the
Because he
past.
was talking about time travel.
Time travel and because of the scenery. It kind of looked like they were in like the 17th, 18th century.
Could be.
Right? Because you saw how they were wearing.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Also, considering there's a lot of ideas here, because you see, you got the multiverse, in general, which involves time travel, which involves basic physics. If you not basic physics, advanced physics.
Yeah.
All right.
Advanced technology.
It's not just the technology; it's the understanding of the physical and the quantum universe.
Yeah.
All right. So if you got someone who understands all of that, but the problem is that one guy, the Kang,
Yeah.
the one that we saw in Ant-Man,
Yeah.
all right, he actually thought he fought several Avengers before and killed other Avengers before, but but his timeline was apparently diluted.
Well, what does he mean by diluted?
By diluted, I mean that it all came together somehow.
Like,
Alright.
as in other characters from other universes came into his, right?
Somehow. Which is why he said, "Are you the one with the hammer?"
Yeah.
When he mentioned that to Ant-Man.
Yeah.
All right, so that means he fought Thor.
He
in
fought
another,
Thor, yeah.
another timeline.
I honestly.
Whether he fought him before or he will fight him again, or he will eventually fight him.
Yeah.
You know, because the whole idea of space, time, past, present, future doesn't exist to this guy.
Yeah. According to him, he doesn't see anything in a straight line. Everything just like it's all there. He sees everything. Basically.
Exactly. But is he connected to the others? Is the question.
To the other Kangs. What do you think he meant when he said? Remember what he told Janet that he needs to get out of the quantum realm to basically save the world, save all of reality.
So
but what do you think he
here's-
meant by that?
Because now we're going back to Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Scott Lang's little tiny walk as he was walking through. So he said, "The war to come. Have I basically killed everybody?" Yeah, it's most likely that's what happened. So you did a bigger screw up than Tom Holland did. Tom Holland's screw up was bigger. He made the thing, but he made the multiverse crack. But you just literally killed everybody.
I mean, that's what he thinks, but not what's it's not what's necessarily true. Because like maybe Kang was lying. Maybe he just wanted. Like, remember what he said to Janet at the end before they started fighting.
Mm-hmm.
He said that she said that what you want is to conquer everything.
That's why they call him Kang the Conqueror. That's what makes sense. But go ahead.
But did he explain? I don't remember. I don't recall Kang in the movie ever explaining to anyone why he needs to be, why specifically he needs to get out of the quantum realm, or why he wants to conquer everything and everyone.
There's a possibility that the Kang the Conqueror that we saw in Ant-Man 3 was possibly a good guy.
A good guy, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We won't know until we see the other movies. Okay, but it's possibly there. The end credits scene that we've seen of all the Kangs that were coming, all right, it proved that they wanted this Kang to be stopped.
And why do you think that is? Why do you think that they wanted him to be stopped?
You ever saw the movie The One?
No, actually, I haven't.
All right, it was literally about multiverse theory.
Yeah.
Okay, Jet Li was a good guy and a bad guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the bad Jet Li was traveling all around the multiverse, killing other
Versions of him. Yeah.
himself to become stronger.
So maybe that's what Kang wants to do, right? Get stronger.
Well, that's why he was conquering the quantum realm.
Yeah.
So he can build himself an army.
Yeah.
And then
Get out and use his army.
and conquer the other Kangs,
Which
would make sense. But the problem is how he did it seemed unfair and a little bit dictatorship.
What?
So that's why the Resistance and everyone else thought, you can't do this. You're he's the conqueror. The greater good may be in effect here. If Kang was literally a good guy in some realm possibility. I mean, there are people who thought that Thanos was right. But if Kang was a good guy in any realm of possibility, then Scott may have done a big mistake.
Yeah.
He could have been Kang the Conqueror. This particular Kang could be the only Kang that could fight the others.
And what's the story with the others? Why did they were the Kangs we saw in the cutscene? Were they good Kangs? Were they evil Kangs?
They're all together. They're all together because they were called by those other three Kangs.
They're a group basically, right?
Yeah.
A big council, and they were against.
Didn't you see them cheering all together as if they were getting ready and hyped up for a war?
Yeah. Why were they getting hyped up? Why was it's kind of like.
Well, no, in the Avengers movies. In the next Avengers movies, there's not much to tell at this point because the next Avengers movies will
explain what they want. Yeah.
What do we have next in the next Avengers movies to actually tell us about this? So let's start looking it up. You can start thinking about this, but let me just look it up. All right, so the latest movie in the MCU. Wait a second. For a second there, I saw Loki. All right. MCU.
Remember what Kang said in Loki? He said that if you kill me, then the other Kangs will they'll destroy the multiverse by destroying each other. But why would the other Kangs? What I want to know is the origin story of the very first version of Kang. Like what?
That's
happened?
right?
Because we can understand stuff more.
If
clearly.
we do that, then we should have had Thanos' origin story.
I think it's different with Thanos because it doesn't work in the story. But with Kang,
actually, it kind of works because you need literally the origin story, and also in order to bring in Thanos a bit more about how to, his motives, were mostly about impressing Lady Death.
Yeah. But that's in the comics.
That's in the comics, and literally in other video games, right? But they didn't bring it here, so here we are, years later. Thanos is not impressing Lady Death, and he's just wanted to, what was it? Decrease population so he can save the world.
Because of the resources, the lack of resources.
Please. All right. So what we have here is next. After Ant-Man Quantumania, you got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Marvels, all right, Captain America: New World Order. All right. So there's two more Marvel movies coming out this year: Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels, which includes Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, and of course reprising his role, Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. Next year we're gonna have 3 movies. All right. Of course. So every year they're gonna release 3 new movies.
3 new Marvel movies. Yeah.
All right. So next year we're gonna have Captain America: New World Order.
Mm.
So definitely there's gonna be. I think Secret Agent's gonna be there. The new Captain America.
You mean the John Walker?
John
right?
Walker, yeah.
He's called right now. He's called the U.S. agent.
Oh yeah, he U.S. agent. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And what's next? Yes, Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
which would I'm pretty sure would star Harrison Ford as the new
Thaddeus. What's his
Thaddeus
name?
Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
All right. And Blade.
Really, he's gonna be in the. Oh, that's
No,
that movie's
yeah.
gonna have another actor, right?
Yeah, another actor. Not
Mahershala Ali.
yes,
I think.
not Wesley Snipes. Yeah, Wesley Snipes is. Yeah, he was a good Blade, honestly. All right, and the same one in 2024 would be also Deadpool 3. That's in Phase 6. Deadpool 3 is the first movie on Phase 6. Afterwards, there's Fantastic Four. And here's the kicker. 2025, you got Fantastic Four. These are the Phase 6 movies. Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, Avengers, The Kang Dynasty, and the last one, Avengers Secret Wars.
I'm super excited for both the Avengers movies because of the title. The title.
But there's two undecided ones
Yeah.
at this moment. There's Armor Wars, which I think
It's a show, right?
at this point it's a film.
Oh, it's a film. They changed it because
Yeah, I told you. They first thought of it as a show, then they changed it to a movie.
because they think that a movie would suit the story even more.
Yeah, and also I think they didn't want too much armor in in a movie, in a series. You put too much armor in a series, you're gonna have Iron Man 3 on a bigger scale, bigger budget. You've seen Iron Man 3, right?
Yeah.
All right, you seen how much Iron Man suits are there?
Yeah. Oh wow, there's like 30.
And all of the actually 35.
30. Wow, really?
Oh yeah. And then he got into nanotech, and that's a whole other shebang. But there's one Shang-Chi's new movie is still untitled.
Also, he's gonna have a sequel.
Yes, it's gonna have a sequel, but nothing yet. But Kevin Feige is definitely directing and producing it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So that's pretty much what we know about the future projects of Phase 5 and 6.
I've heard that Ant-Man 3 wasn't the right movie to start off Phase 5. What do you think? I've heard this. I forgot where I heard it, but it's from YouTube.
There's a lot of theories when it comes to what's the right move and what's not the right move. And can we please get some gifs? I mean, something funny, something something educational, something. I mean, why do we have a tech guy if we can't have anything? For the love of God, get me a GIF! I'm waiting. You can't GIF? Alright, let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back. Alright, so if it's so stream laptop, so can't be helped.
Okay, so do you think that Ant-Man?
Wait a minute.
We're back.
Oh wait, because it showed differently. All right, so we're good. All right, so keep going.
So do you think Ant-Man 3 was the right movie to start off Phase 5? I've heard this a lot. People have been saying that it wasn't the right move.
Well, they want to expand more on the quantum realm
Yeah.
thing because we heard about it, then we saw part of it in the first and second movie. now they were researching about it and stuff like that, and now the third movie they were in it. And think about this. And think about it this way. I mean, you could be in the real world, just shrinking, getting bigger, shrinking, getting bigger, or you could do whatever you want in the quantum realm. Think about it this way: they were like 5 minutes in the beginning, in the real world, and 5 minutes at the end, at the end of the real world. But in between, the entire movie was literally quantum realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a way for them to study it, or to expand upon it. You know, the idea of quantum mania realmness.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah, maybe they want to study quantum shawarma.
Do you think that Kang was underutilized in this film? Do you
Yes.
think how so? How do you think they?
The particular Kang that we saw was not as invincible as he stated to be.
Yeah,
You know, and also he was easily defeated.
that's true. I did think that he was easily defeated, right? You.
I mean, sure, he was easily defeated by a device that he brought from the future or the past or the present or the other multiverse. See what I mean? It all gets entangled or something, you know? Why is it so confusing?
What do you think what do you think gives him his powers? Do you think it's his suit?
It's a suit.
It's his suit, or do you think that he has powers
Let's
too? Maybe it's like his suit amplifies his powers, right?
let's go through this a little bit more deeper. Okay? So Kang. Just give me a minute. Kang.
It kind of looked like, remember when he stopped Janet? It kind of looked like he could stop time, right? When he snapped his fingers, she like froze.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So his other aliases. Here it is. Iron Lad, Pharaoh Ramatut,
Yeah.
which is I'm guessing that one. Victor Timely. Scarlet Centurion. Victorix Prime. Immortus. Chronometer number 616. Kang the Conglomerate.
Is this in the comics or the MCU?
No, this is only his aliases.
Oh.
All right, Kang the Conqueror, Quang Griffin, Mr. Griffin. Oh, so he's related to Peter Griffin?
Who's Peter Griffin?
Oh my God, have mercy.
No, really.
Now you can, please. Did we get it? Okay.
How does someone not know Peter Griffin?
How do you?
Is he a fictional character or a real person or what?
He's a real person. He's actually the president of the universe.
Yeah. You don't know that?
You don't know Peter Griffin?
No, I just heard about him.
No, he's the president of Zambia.
Yeah. He's actually been elected 5 times in the last 50 years.
Yes.
Every term is 10 years, if you can do the math. You never saw Family Guy?
I did.
Oh,
I did see Family Guy. Wait, is he the main
Who's the
character?
fat guy?
Real? That's his name?
Peter Griffin! Oh my God!
I never knew his name. I watched the show a lot, but I never knew his name.
How? He's literally Peter, Griffin, Peter Griffin. It's literally mentioned in every single episode. Oh my God!
maybe not the Griffin part, but Peter, like, you haven't. Okay, I'm.
I told you,
Calm down.
he's my test for patience. Because he's testing my patience. Calm down, Johnny. Calm down. Oh, wait. Wait.
Oh yeah, let's go back to Ant-Man 3. Do you think that Quaz, the guy that reads minds, and Bill Murray's character, do you think that they're humans and they just don't know it? Because remember what Quaz said? He said, so what's a human? I thought they were humans. And
No.
What do you
They just...
are they just like teasing them?
Oh,
or
they're
what?
just teasing them. They're not... the quantum realm's a different realm. It's a bit.
And yeah, well, they didn't explain those characters. Where did they come from?
All right, so
Where did
here's
they
the thing. So what he has without the suit is genius level intellect. He's a skilled tactician and hand-to-hand combat, access to advanced level technology. This is without the suit. The suit gives him the suit gives him superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, time travel. Oh boy, energy and hologram, force field projection, ability to control other forms of technology.
But that's different in the movie. In the movie, they made it sound like
they probably nerfed it.
No, I think
nerfed it way too much.
No, I think that in the movie they made it seem like he has powers. Because remember
does.
what Janet said, she said he has the power to control time. It made it sound like he has a power of his own. Like he
That's
has
what I mean.
Yeah.
I think he was completely nerfed, or he probably lost on purpose.
You think so?
Think of it this way: some people actually lose on purpose for the greater gain.
Yeah.
I mean,
play the long game.
I mean, to him, time is just something that will happen eventually. You know what I mean?
I'm like after he said that line in Ant-Man that I'm trying to stop what to come. I kept like I couldn't stop theorizing about what that thing is. Do you think it's like a war?
It is. We saw the end credit scene at Ant-Man Quantumania. There is a war to come, and Kang is literally at the center of it.
Is it a war between the Kangs? Like each
No,
Kang
the Kangs they're starting a dynasty. Hence the Avengers Kang Dynasty movie which will happen.
So what they're trying to do is conquer the entire multiverse, and to do that they want
possible because you got Kangs from all kinds of universes that are gathering together, and that's what's going to happen.
But doesn't that kind of contradict what Kang said in Loki? Remember what he said? He said that if you kill me, then the other Kangs will come and they'll destroy the multiverse by destroying each other. So doesn't the end credit scene of Ant-Man kind of contradict what happened in Loki?
I'd say
right?
we just have 2 more years.
Yeah.
We have 2 more years. I can't tell you yes or no for anything. And we also have a bunch of we have I think 1 more movie that's coming out this year, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. So
actually, isn't 2? The Marvels and
Marvels and Guardians of the Galaxy coming out this year.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out this week, or is it next week?
No.
Right? Isn't it?
Hold on. You made me lose. Wait. No. Oh yeah, hold on. So Eternals. All right. So we're only getting Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy is May 5th.
So it's soon.
Yeah, I'd say about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, even less, like a week basically.
No, it's
because it's April 26th.
Yeah, so it's 2 weeks.
Is that real 2 weeks?
No, it's a fictional 2 weeks. There's it's the quantum 2 weeks. Please. Well, I sipped my tea to make me calm down.
Okay, so what do you think were in my opinion the benefits? I mean the pros of this movie was the good visuals, honestly I have to and the end credit scenes. That's it for me.
That's
2
it.
positives. For you, what is it? What do you think? Like,
it's just
did you like the plot? Did you
just
enjoy the plot?
It's just the visuals. The plot I think was just put there.
Right, I think it was like
it's just put there so you can just look
move things forward, right?
Yeah.
I think
that's why I think what's his name? Ant-Man was undermined.
Undermined by who?
The production, the direction, everything. It was considered literally one of the silliest franchises or the silliest heroes of the MCU.
No, but honestly, after
because look at who you're talking to. The actor himself, Paul Rudd. He is literally one of the silliest actors in history. Well, not history, but do you know how many comedy movies this guy's done?
How many?
A ton.
Like for example,
he's never done
a serious movie.
He's never done something serious. No, not a drama, not a horror, nothing, not an action, except for Ant-Man.
I feel like he's like Jim Carrey, as in his personality only suits comedic films, right?
And yet he does drama, and sometimes he did a horror. One time he did a drama again. Still does not go for it. You don't want to see Ace Ventura playing a psychiatrist that helps you with your emotions. I mean, like, oh my god, that is boring. All right. So if you have a role, stick to it. But you know, people loved him for some reason on Ant-Man, Ant-Man 2. Actually, Ant-Man 2 was much more popular than Ant-Man.
Yeah, I liked Ant-Man
Because-
too. Because of what?
The Wasp.
Oh, because she was there.
Because she was there. She was like his crutch,
Yeah.
you know? She helped him walk because, well, what do you think? He was literally doing nothing in the entire movie. So, imagine if you didn't have the Wasp and you only had Ant-Man in the second movie. It was just like Ant-Man 2.
Yeah, it was a good thing making it so that it's.
That's
both
what
of them.
it was
Yeah.
best to call Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm.
You know?
What other stuff do you like in the movie, or what other
All
stuff?
right,
do you not-
let's. I think we're concentrating too much on the movie. Let's concentrate on the entire idea, at least.
of the multiverse, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm excited for this.
At least
new
we're.
se- yeah.
Sorry. So now what we know for sure
Yeah.
is that we are definitely heading towards a war with Kang.
Yeah.
All right. So it comes to the point of understanding. Till when is the war? To what end is the war happening?
I hope that their purpose for causing the war isn't how should it, like isn't like Thanos' goal, as into like I don't want it to be like that.
Thanos' goal was.
Because honestly, I disliked his goal. Did you like his goal? Do you think that it made sense? For in my opinion, it didn't make sense.
There's a lot of opinions about Thanos' goal. But at this point, Kang's goal is just about conquering
Everything and
and also there's a bunch of things that we don't know. One of them, what did he lose? What did Kang lose? He mentioned in Quantumania, I lost everything. What did he lose?
Was he lying? Was he exaggerating? What did
Did he just say that for more dramatic effect? The story doesn't explain itself until I think we get to the Kang dynasty, which is probably which will explain more about Kang's maybe origins.
Yeah, origins.
Because you said it before in this episode. Remember, you said it. Did you say it in this before or during?
No, I said it in this episode. You mean when I said that we need an origin story for the original Kang?
All right,
Yeah.
so I'd say there is no original Kang at this point.
Yeah.
But maybe they will introduce it in the Kang dynasty, so it at least explains how he created the Kangs. Maybe he created them. Maybe there was one Kang that created all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Maybe this
that
one-
duplicated himself.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe he got in touch with all of them. Maybe there's a lot of theories in here, and there's not one that's gonna be. There's only one that's gonna be correct.
Yeah.
When we get to the Kang dynasty,
The movie, yeah.
there is no. At this point, we don't know if there's a Kang Prime.
A Kang Prime, yeah, an original version of Kang.
If there's a Kang Prime, then that's the one that's gonna be there. You know.
Do you think, because in Loki, the Kang that we saw there said that the very first version met the other Kangs when he opened a portal to the other universes.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of like an origin story, but an origin story that's brief?
Well, not entirely.
Right, because he said that this original Kang opened a portal to other universes, and that's what started everything. And in Loki, that Kang was he told Sylvie that I should be kept alive because it's the right thing to do. Because if I wasn't kept alive, then Havoc will be unleashed.
Oh, that's just an escape. That's just an escape. Honestly, it's just a sick attempt to literally just try and prolong the inevitable. You know, it's like think of it this way: if you're going to jail, or if you're about to die. You're gonna tell them, if you kill me,
then everyone's gonna die. Yeah, so you'd see anything to keep yourself alive for a little bit longer.
And the Time Lords were trying to keep imprison him. The Kangs tried to banish him. Loki was trying to capture him. Villains always say something when it comes to this moment, but believe me, I think it was just part of the dialogue. They wanted to introduce it to there, so that he can. How should I say this? Just put it there. You know, he just wanted to put it there in dialogue, so that no one would wonder. Like they would take pity on him. They would think less of him. So that's pretty much it.
Look, do you think that that Marvel should stick with their like how they do credit scenes? Because like before I used to love them, but now I dislike them because I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I think that after the movie ends, we should immediately skip to the cut scene, right? Because do you like waiting? Like before I used to enjoy waiting, but now I don't.
Well, you don't want to wait. Then wait until it's on demand on streaming services. That's the only thing you can wait. If you don't want to wait, then don't watch it on theaters. Watch it when it comes out on online.
Because I think that I think that it used to work before, but now people's minds work, how people's minds have
People's minds?
I mean,
You want to say people's minds?
like, how am I
Are you
supposed to-
telling me that you have the ability to read people's minds and anticipate their reactions to what they think and will not think in movies and theaters?
Because I think now they want everything quickly. So why wait? Why make?
Do you think
people-
everyone wants everything quickly, or you want things quickly? You have no patience. Hamza is younger than you, has more patience than, trust me. But I have major patience for dealing with you. Please.
I can wait, but it's not that I can't.
You
wait.
can't wait.
No,
You have no patience. It's like when someone tells you your leg will heal next year. You want to say no. I want to heal it this second.
That's true. I do want my like things to heal quickly, like as soon as possible. I don't want to wait any minute longer, not even a second longer. I want things like that.
Comments? I mean, really? Comments? Anything? I mean, from your side, please, because you've seen what I'm dealing with. Please. Don't be shy. He's zen right now.
No comments.
See right there. By using 2 words, he managed to get to the zen. To the right there.
Going back to the end.
Shh.
the ritual.
All right. Marvel started a trend.
Yeah.
Okay, MCU started a trend when it started with Iron Man and the rest of the other movies. When the DCEU also started doing this, the DC Extended Universe, they also started doing end credit scenes. All right, one of them was also the Flash and the Superman race, and the other stuff as well. All right, so it's gonna be a trend. You know, even Deadpool had was not under the MCU banner, was a Marvel movie, yes, but not under the MCU banner.
It was under the Fox banner.
That's the first 2 movies.
Yeah.
The third movie.
Will be part of the MCU.
There you go. Produced differently, because it's produced by what's it called? Maximum Effort.
What does that mean? What do you mean by maximum effort? They said that the movie will still be R-rated. That Disney won't have an effect on the rating of the movie. So what do you mean by maximum effort?
You know that GIF you had earlier. Please put that.
What do you mean by maximum
hold
effort?
on. Please, the one with the. Yeah, you just go ahead. Put anything. Thank you. That was actually a proper one. Because he is the one who owns that production company.
Who
Ryan Reynolds.
owns which company?
Maximum Effort.
Well, that's a company.
Yes.
What?
It's a production company. He's calling it Maximum Effort. Look it up. Ryan Reynolds owns it, and he literally produced a couple of movies with it. Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2. What was it? Free Guy. And
I still haven't watched that
I
movie.
think he didn't understand when you said maximum effort. He thought it was you were trying to explain him with maximum effort.
Exactly. and yet he thought it was I was talking about literally maximum effort, and yet he doesn't remember.
He took it literally.
Yeah, I took it literally. I didn't think it was a name of a company.
Actually, it's both. It's both. It's both a saying that he said in the movies, plus it's a production company. So he literally produced it, and man, I forgot my point. Your stupidity is making me lose my. So, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about Deadpool 3. The rating, the R rating. We're talking about the MCU. Do you think the Guardians?
The end credit scenes.
Yeah.
So again, Deadpool even also had the end credit scenes, even though it's not part of the MCU banner. Deadpool 3 will be under the MCU, but all in all, he had it. You know, Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2 had the end credit scenes. So it's a trend.
It's a trend, yeah.
That's been happening. You know, when it comes to movies as a continuous franchise.
Do you think in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, do you think that there's going to be a reference to the multiverse saga? I think that's going to be a closed story, right? I think that with the Marvels and Guardians of the Galaxy 3, things will be like it's going to be more grounded, you know what I mean? It will focus on the characters and not beyond that.
Have you seen the trailer for the Marvels?
No, haven't.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
No, the last time I saw a trailer for anything was the Doctor Strange 2 trailer. And
and we saw your video about it, which was very very educational. I mean that sarcastically, of course.
And I think you should stop watching trailers, because don't you want to go in a movie blind? Don't you want to experience the movie to its fullest?
And why don't we make guns illegal?
We should make guns illegal, but that's a conversation for another.
Yes, it's a conversation for another time. Please give me a gun right now so I can shoot this guy.
Look, going back to the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and the Marvels, I think that the stories will be more contained.
Yeah.
I think those are gonna be the only exceptions.
We won't know. Because there's a possibility of multiverse in the idea. Because the Gamora and...
Oh yeah, the Gamora, that's true.
There you go.
Yeah, because then we have another Gamora.
Yes.
The one that doesn't know the Guardians well.
See what I do? I build worlds for people to connect. I built the Doha Kindle Club. I made this podcast.
And then
it takes me 2 seconds to literally give someone an epiphany. And my only regret is that someone is him. But yes, the thing. So remember that Gamora and Guardians of the Galaxy is not the same Gamora. It's a different Gamora.
It's one who doesn't know the Guardians well.
She's from a different timeline.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that the multiverse will be spoken of. I think memories will get entangled somehow or something like that. Well, we won't know until we see the movie.
Are you excited or not excited? I'm kind of excited.
I'm not keeping my expectations high and low or low at this point. You know, I'm just gonna watch the movie and see what happens.
Which movie are you excited about more? The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or the Marvels? I'm excited more about the Marvels, honestly.
Neither.
Really?
It's
not
not
even the Marvels?
No, that's the thing. You don't get. You see, when you watch a movie, you go in, just no excitement whatsoever. Don't keep your expectations high or low. Keep them balanced.
Yeah.
So that way, when you go in, you're not disappointed.
Yeah.
All right. Imagine if you get highly excited and the movie's crap. You get highly disappointed. All right. Imagine if your expectations are very low and the movie is.
It's
right
really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better to keep your expectations as balanced as possible, not low, not high. So that way, when you watch the movie, that's it. There's no way to get excited about a movie, regardless if you saw the trailer or not. Regardless if you know the story or not.
Yeah.
Regardless if you are excited about it or not. What do you think, Hamza? I try. I know. All right. So, what's your opinion?
I'm excited more about the Marvels because I think that's gonna it's honestly I think a lot of people think that it's gonna be a really bad movie, but in my opinion I think it's gonna be a really good movie. I think it's gonna be one of the top 5 MCU movies. Honestly, yeah,
Top five.
yeah, really I think it's
Top
gonna
five.
I think I look I
Hold
think-
on, hold on, hold
yeah.
on, hold on.
I have a very good move for that.
No, no. Well, okay. Go ahead. I'm actually curious about the number 5.
Look, I think it's gonna
Hold on, hold on. Thank you for that. It's a picture of a baby. It said, huh. Huh? Okay. You said top 5.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
Hold on!
Sorry, I thought you finished, sorry.
My god, kids these days. I'm trying to get into the mind position. Alright, switch to him. I'm gonna talk. Alright. So, what do you think are the top 5 movies?
The top 5 MCU movies?
Yes, in your opinion. And you mentioned the Marvels is gonna be one of them. So, what's number 1 so far?
Number 1 would have to be Captain America: Civil War. Number 2 would have to be Captain America: the Winter Soldier. Number 3 would be the Avengers, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth movie would be what? Let me think. Doctor Strange, the first Doctor Strange movie, and the fifth and final one would have to be Iron Man. Iron Man 1. I think usually people would put Iron Man 1 at the top, but for me that's the fifth movie. It comes out as at rank 5. What's your top 5? What are your top 5?
Hold on. You were saying?
Is GIF appropriate for that?
Very. Very appropriate. It's a bunny.
Are you surprised by my tier list?
I'm surprised you actually called it a list.
What are your top 5 MCU movies?
I don't have. Well, one of them would be Avengers Endgame. You actually didn't mention any of the good MCU movies.
Come on, did you not like Captain America: Civil War? It was
anything
amazing.
with Captain Puerto Rico is not good. I don't call him Captain America because he only has one star.
Yeah, that's true. 1 star.
Yes, 1 star, like the country Puerto Rico. How can you call the guy Captain America when he doesn't have 50 stars? Thanks a lot, Stanley.
What are your top 5 MCU movies?
All right, first would be Avengers Endgame, Black Panther 2. What else?
Oh, really, Black Panther 2?
I didn't interrupt you when you were saying your list, so don't interrupt me.
Sorry, that didn't.
Okay, first of all, let's leave your racism comments later on, all right? Because honestly, we know that you said Black Panther was terrible in your YouTube channel, and honestly, I hope that your channel gets banned because of that. You're racist. Okay, Black Panther 2. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I don't care what happens now. At this point, it's do or die. All right, so Black Panther 2. Captain Marvel. More or less, yes. What else? The Avengers.
Age of Ultron.
I said I didn't interrupt you.
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted someone to remind you.
I'm searching my mind. I'm looking through my mind. Okay. Age of Ultron was meh. At this point, yeah, honestly, there was no point in actually thinking of. There was no point of actually introducing Ultron. It was just another way for them to be put together, or just to create the plot for Civil War. Okay. Thor: Love and Thunder. I said 4 right now. How many movies did I go?
3.
3. Okay. Thor: Ragnarok. And what else? There's one more. Say Iron Man 3. Yeah. Iron Man 3. Yeah, so Avengers Endgame, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Thor: Love and Thunder, Thor: Ragnarok, and Iron Man 3. Yeah, these are my top 5 movies, and I would watch them again, honestly.
Even Thor: Love and Thunder, I dislike the movie so much.
Yeah,
Because look, I didn't think that Jane Foster had to die. I also didn't think that.
she died in the comics, so there.
Yeah, but did you think that it was right for the plot, for as in story wise?
Again, happened in the comics, same way. She died of cancer in the comics.
Wait, how and how did she even go to Valhalla after she died? She isn't an Asgardian, so doesn't that...
Plot convenience.
No, wait, is it because she wielded
Plot
Thor's...
convenience.
You think that's the only reason?
Plot convenience. Do you want to question the logic of the MCU? At this point, the MCU is God for all we care. Figuratively speaking, not literally. If I go literally, I'm actually dooming myself at this point. At this point, believe me, there is no such thing as logic when it comes to the MCU. Whether why did she go to Valhalla when she's not even an Asgardian? She was literally maybe the first non-Asgardian to go to Valhalla. You know. And why did Mjolnir go to her when she was and made her a Thor? And why did Thor have jealousy all of a sudden? Of Mjolnir, and why did suddenly we know that the weapons have feelings? Why do weapons have feelings? I mean, think of it this way: if we did kendo and our shinais didn't want to fight each other, it's like we both be in Chudan and it'd be like Abdurrahman, I don't want to fight Hamza's shinai. Hamza, please don't fight Abdurrahman's shinai. It's really cool. I don't want to hurt his bamboo. What? All these movies, all these years, and somehow by plot convenience, they make them alive? I mean, come on. Bamboo and shawarma? Oh, Jassim. Okay, now it's appearing. The chat. Although you might want to consider adjusting the
Rescaling it?
not rescaling it, upping the chat. It's very low. See,
Yes.
like on the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to move the chat a bit up, and maybe we're gonna have to let's check with in the future what it does. But when they appear, they're gonna appear on the bottom like that, barely visible.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that.
Okay. So by blood convenience, apparently the weapons can have feelings. Although at this point we don't even know if we're gonna see Thor again.
Why?
Well.
Oh yeah, because Hemsworth said that he might step away because of the Alzheimer diagnosis, right?
Well, he wasn't diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He's got a genetic condition which can bring about Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it increases the chances of him getting Alzheimer's, right? I think that's what it is.
Yeah. He did a documentary about it, and apparently it's big.
I really hope that he comes back because he's my third favorite character in all of the MCU. He suits the role of Thor, honestly. I think before Chris Hemsworth came along,
Yeah.
no one cared about Thor, but because of him, he brought the character to life. He's kind of like Iron Man.
You saying no one cared about Thor?
I don't.
I'll trust your word.
Really, I don't
for it.
think who talked about Thor before.
Everyone talked about Thor.
No,
apparently, by your opinion, it's everyone. Because you see, your opinion equals everyone's opinion. Because when you remember when I told you about certain video games that will appear on our first episode, and you say no one will care about them. No one cares about them. But these are literally the mainstream video games that have been there for years. God of War Ragnarok, the Assassin's Creed games. You say no one cares about them? My God.
I actually still haven't played God of War Ragnarok.
Good, because you're not actually suited for the mindset of God of War Ragnarok. You will not understand it. You will not even get an iota of what is to be said. That's very good, by the way. Yeah. You will not get an ounce of what is going on to happen. The plot is so complicated that your teeny weeny little mind will not literally understand what is happening. It is literally becoming a ranting podcast at this point. I don't know what to do. Cause Jassim, because you didn't come into the podcast today, all right, I had to deal with this guy. So thanks. Ish.
Hopefully you see Jassim again, because he guys, if you don't know, he wasn't even able to be here because he has a migraine.
Hey.
Oh.
You don't mention someone's personal life on the
I can't say that. I mean,
You want us to mention your personal life?
yeah, that's fine. No, I didn't mean to intrude. Or be disrespectful.
Stop. Because when you say not being disrespectful, you are being disrespectful. And by mentioning, in my opinion, that's when we shut off all our minds and all our ears because we don't want to listen to your opinion. And what else is there? What else is there? What else do we not want to listen to when he's talking?
When he says, I think.
Oh yeah, because literally he's not thinking. He's just blah. And also, dude. With your videos, stop ranting. You're being a media whore. You're being a viewer whore. You know what I mean? You're just making videos for views. That's not, you're not bringing about a point. There's no point to most of your videos. There's literally they're just rants. They're just rants, and also they're boring as hell. You know why? It's like reading an essay. You know, if I wanted to read an essay from college or school, I would go to a classroom and say, I'll go like this. In my opinion, I think that this video is super cool. This is you right now.
Like some of my videos, the point of those videos.
No. Actually, stopping you right there. There's no point to your videos. They're just basic rants. They're just rantings. If you want to make wokeness or awareness, go to America and just go in a parade. How's that? Yeah, they should give me an award for dealing with this guy. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me have some teas to calm down. He's trying to get those views. That's what Jassim says. All right, let me just pin that comment. Apparently you can only pin one comment. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, that's okay. Bamboo and shawarma is the new pinned comment. So where were we before you?
We were talking about top 5 MCU movies.
All right, so we both mentioned our top 5 MCU movies, and to be honest, the way the MCU is going, its direction at this point when it comes to the MCU, the multiverse, it's gonna make sense eventually. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what. How it's gonna happen,
yeah.
You know, because we're talking about like what 7-8 movies at least in the next 2 years. Okay,
maybe so like right now everything is vague.
Yeah, the Marvels is just giving us I think a basic look of what the movie will have, of who the movie will have. Well, of course, will be Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and Nick Fury. All right, you also have Guardians of the Galaxy, which will have the original crew, and it might be the last one. Will they come together in Avengers? Let's hope so. Well, Avengers, who and what will the Avengers, new Avengers movies, new movies will be about? All right, are any of the original characters gonna make it? Is Chris Evans gonna come back? Because there's some stuff there. But one thing for sure, we know, Black Widow's not coming back.
Definitely, right? Because
she said it's because it's a whole sausage fest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what it means?
Yeah, it's a mess.
It's all guys.
Yeah.
Basically, it's all guys. There's not much we can say. Direction, production, casting. It is what it is. You know. But at this point, she's not gonna come back as Black Widow in what form whatsoever. So she's done, I think, with the MCU forever. Also, her character died. There's not much to stretch about it unless you bring her back to life.
Or they can retcon Endgame.
What?
Or they can retcon Endgame.
What's retcon?
Retcon means to change what happened or change what's what's known to others.
Isn't that what Marvel's all about? Like changing everything.
To suit the plot.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
'Cause,
everything.
It's like in Endgame, they just came up with time travel apparently for some weird reason, just so they can solve the blip.
Like that sounds very Marvel to me.
Exactly. You know what? Yeah,
Like
it is. Because they came up with one single solution to resolve everything, and then in that one movie, they in that one movie, they all came up with the solution. The whole Bruce Banner came up with the solution for time travel. Came up with the idea of time travel, and Tony Stark adjusted the time travel. I mean, it just took you, the Ant-Man, to come out of the quantum realm to bring about the point. I don't know what to say. As you said, it's very Marvel. They just come up with one idea to suit their plot.
I think right now what Marvel's doing is becoming Aziz with the content.
Just to get the views, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot to say. That's a lot to say. Maybe they're catering to the lowest common demographic, the idiots, and the mentally disturbed, and the mentally challenged. Actually, the people who are starting to watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe are becoming mentally challenged. Case in point. And according to Jassim, he says Chris Evans won't come back. They replaced him with the new Captain America, which is the Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it wasn't that guy.
I don't think he
John
fits.
Walker. Yeah, he wouldn't fit. He's even when you gave him the super soldier serum, it's about being a good person. He wasn't a good person. He was just looking for the action. I mean, just what? Why? It's like you think anyone can become an all-American hero. You know? It's like in the first movie, Captain America, they had to choose between either a small guy who had asthma or a bully or a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
In the end, the most bravest of them was the guy with the asthma who jumped at a grenade. He jumped at a grenade. He said, get back. He jumped literally at the grenade. It was literally a test by the general, but he jumped at the grenade. That's why I think Chris Evans will be the best Captain America ever. You know?
Yeah.
As a character, sure he's got his teeth are too perfect, for my opinion. You know, it makes you want to punch him. You know, and when he stops talking about patriotism, liberty, freedom, God bless America. You know, reminds you of that scene when Loki transformed to
Captain America and Thor 2. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it says, I can feel the patriotism surging from me. You want to have a rousing discussion of justice, liberty, freedom? I mean, wow. If he talked like that, I would never watch any of the Captain America movies. But, yeah, at this point, so as you're saying, MCU is becoming this, MCU is becoming that. The direction is going forward right now. We're basically speculating, but thank you for that. that nice GIF. So, Aziz, I know I'm gonna regret this, and I know for sure I'm gonna regret this, and I can't believe I'm saying this. What do you think the direction of the MCU is gonna be like? So we can, I think we're about. Are we done, or is there anything we can mention? All right, so let's just wrap up. So, all right, so Aziz, what do you think? What's the like the final? Not final, but rather, what is the, in your opinion, what's the direction of the MCU at this point?
I'm honestly hopeful.
It's for sure
Yeah.
gonna be centered around Kang.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
and the multiverse. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for the direction that the MCU is heading in. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually, now I'm starting to think that Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be a good movie.
Yes.
I think that the movies that are going to come out after Ant-Man are going to be really good. They're not just good but great.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm excited. honestly. I'm hopeful.
You can't compare quality by one movie.
Yeah.
All of them are directed by different people.
Yeah.
All right. Also, James Gunn is going to direct Guardians of the Galaxy, so that will make some sense. All right. It's different. It's a different direction. You can't, like I said, you can't compare this to this. And also at this point, I had hoped that James Gunn would have enough time to direct Guardians of the Galaxy, considering his takeover of DC. Yeah, I said it. You took over DC. You took out Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot. Well, actually, two of those options you could have taken out anyways. So, kudos for your job well done. Although at this point, the Suicide Squad is no longer part of the DC Extended Universe, or the Suicide Squad, or the Birds of Prey, apparently. So, what's to do? Keep going. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm honestly hopeful. I think that things are going to turn out well. What about you? What do you think? Like, are you hopeful or not hopeful? Do you think things are gonna
Again, like I said, I'm keeping my expectations as
Low,
balanced. No, not low. Balanced.
be standards?
Yeah. If I keep them too high, I'm gonna be disappointed. If I keep them too low, I'm gonna be overwhelmed. All right. It's better to keep your expectations balanced. You know, because if you again, I made that point earlier, so it does make sense afterwards. How do you want to wrap this up?
I think yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So all we have to do right now is so basically, we just have to wait for the next movies to come out. We can make maybe a further study of this episode. After, I'd say, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out, or maybe when
The Marvels come out, yeah.
I mean, it'll be until maybe, let's say, December or November until we can make another episode about MCU, because they're further apart. So Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna come out
in 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Marvel's gonna come out in November, so that's a long way ahead until we can make I'd say, yeah, let's wait until Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way we can at least check out. Are we in Phase 5 right now?
Yeah, we just began Phase 5.
All right, so we're gonna go with Phase 5. So we're gonna. Is Marvel's the end of Phase 5, or is there one more movie?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Hold on.
I think no. I think it's like when we get to the Marvels, we're gonna be midway through Phase 5.
Oh wait, yeah. So after the Marvels, we got Captain America, Thunderbolts, and Blade. So it's 6 movies per phase. All right. Phase 6 is 4 movies, with the introduction of Deadpool. And Secret Wars will show in Disney. Yeah, thought so. According to Justin, and I think I posted about this on Instagram, Secret Wars is going to be on the Disney Plus platform, on the streaming service.
Yeah.
So it's a show, not a
Not a movie.
not a movie. So most likely the Kang Dynasty will be the last movie. Either that or either the Secret Wars will be the the end of the Marvel universe. Who knows? Well, like I said, we'll have to just wait and see. We'll have to, by the end of this year, we'll have at least something to contribute to this episode. More by the end of this year,
Yeah.
after the Marvels and Guardians of the Galaxy has come out. Oh, it says it's connected to the MCU. So yeah, he's right. Okay. By that I mean Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So it's a show. All right. So what do you do you want to say anything?
No, I think that's about it.
All right. So thanks everyone for watching us. We're very happy. Please don't smile. It's really annoying, Aziz. Oh, yeah. So thanks for watching us, and we hope that you've enjoyed our podcast tonight. We know we haven't had much of a showing, but inshallah, with time, we've got some nice surprises coming up in the next couple of episodes. Let's hope you enjoy whatever maybe guests we may have. I'm doing a foreshadowing. You can at least pretend to actually whatever.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
All right, so we'll see you all next week with a brand new episode of Qatartainment. This was single QTR.
And this was Aziz the Hobbit.
Don't care about him. Don't worry, no one does. All right. So we'll all see you next week. And as always, ciao. See you all next week.